Bionic King is back. This is the CD. I just thought it works well as a MindStorms logo, so I'm gonna get away. I am continuing my review of the Lego MindStorms NXT. I think they have come out with a 2.0. I'll have more information on that by my next part of this review. So, here we were. Get comfortable again. All about the NXT brick. About the NXT was my big hint. Tells you about what everything does. Tells you about this and how to name your NXT. Don't see how that's a big deal. Telling you to put your batteries in again. Okay, I think once this is enough. It tells you when it's low on batteries. I think people will figure that out when it says low battery. Yeah. Telling you how to access your files. I think my files is a pretty big hint. So we get a lot of obvious things. In fact, the one thing that doesn't stand out is when it what's actually important. Sound files, NXT files, and software files. Those are the three things that really seem the most important, and yet they are the ones that I almost missed. Software files, program you have downloaded from your computer. Okay. NXT files, programs you have made on the NXT. There's a way to do that. I never tried it before. I'll try it sometime. Sound files. Speaks for itself. Flip the page. And oh look, how to program. NXT program. You will find that on the start menu. I'll show you that. And then it tells you how to do it. I will have a how-to video following the review. So, view. Okay, so the try me thing again. Blah blah blah. View. I'll just put all this on a how-to video. How about that? Blah blah blah. Oh look, here it's talking about the sensors and all that. Look, touch sensor. That's it. Sound sensor. I really don't think that needs any explanation. Light sensor. It only tells between light and dark. I think there is an upgrade. Again, I'll get to it in my next episode. Some suggestions. Test it. Oh, that's cool. When you test the light thing, and on the test pad, it'll tell you how much percent that color is. It'll be really useful for programming. I didn't know that. Well, this review taught me something. Outshine sensor tells how far away the object is. How the motor works. Frankly, I don't see this as anything of importance. Oh, and if you have the Bluetooth, you can download things through remote control, and you can control them for cell phone, apparently. You can use it to control your... Yeah, that's nice. How to connect Bluetooth, blah blah blah. Get into that later. Software, we'll get into that later. Programming, get into that later. Oh, and then it tells you how to start on the tribot. I will show you the tripod in a moment. This is what it looks like at the end, except the wire is in blue. That's just highlighting it so you can tell it apart. Very exciting. There's the manual. So, now here is the computer disk case. Tells you what your computer needs again. Think it's a little late to tell us, don't you think? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention on the back. This, on the computer, since most of the instructions are on the computer, you can't measure it easily, so here are all the comparisons. I think that's every size of plus they've ever made. Or plus bar, whatever you want to call it. I just call those plus bars. This tells you the circle length, and this tells you how hard it is to build each thing. 1 brick, 2 brick, 3 brick. 3 brick being the hardest. Where each sensor goes again, nice to know since it's on a convenient place and all. And it's easy to forget. Now, back to the CD. I'm going to take it out. Ooh. Now I particularly like this on a robot CD because some things they have all these cool demonstrations and all, but it looks a bit more like a video game than it does a programming thing. A logo, do not recognize who they are. Disc. Wow, you actually had to tell us that this is a disc. The MindStorms logo. NXT. Some other things, just telling you about this. Set number. And what it runs on. Okay. Now I'm going to get this out of your face, and I'm going to get to my next review. I'm going to look up all the information, and get to all the stuff I skipped in here. Okay, Bionic King, out.